For thousands of years, humanity believed the world ended at the horizon. Then we crossed oceans. We climbed the highest mountains, reached the poles, flew through the skies, and eventually stepped onto another world. Every generation has pushed farther than the one before it. But now, we face the greatest frontier in history, a universe so vast that even our fastest spacecraft barely crawl across it. The question is no longer whether humans can leave Earth. The real question is, how far can our civilization truly spread before the universe itself says no? If you've ever imagined cities on Mars, colonies orbiting distant stars, or humanity becoming a civilization spanning the galaxy, you're not alone. Today, we'll explore what science says about our future among the stars, the obstacles standing in our way, and whether there is an ultimate limit to how far humans can ever expand. At first glance, the answer seems simple. Build bigger rockets, develop faster engines, and keep exploring. But the deeper scientists look into the universe, the more they discover that distance isn't our only enemy. Time, physics, biology, and even the expansion of the universe itself may determine humanity's final frontier. 1. Humanity has already begun leaving Earth, although it may not feel like it. Humanity has already become a spacefaring species. Every day, astronauts live and work hundreds of kilometers above Earth aboard the International Space Station. Robotic spacecraft have explored every major planet in our solar system. Rovers have driven across the surface of Mars, probes have landed on comets, and spacecraft have even entered interstellar space. Compared to previous generations, we've come remarkably far. Yet on the scale of the cosmos, we've barely taken our first step. Imagine shrinking the solar system so that Earth's orbit fits inside a dinner plate. On that scale, the farthest human-made object ever launched, Voyager 1, would still be sitting near the outer edge of the plate. It has traveled for nearly 50 years, moving faster than 60,000 kilometers per hour. Yet it hasn't come remotely close to another star. The nearest stellar neighbor, Proxima Centauri, lies over 4 light-years away. At Voyager's speed, reaching it would take roughly 70,000 years. That's longer than recorded human history. Clearly, if humanity ever hopes to spread beyond our solar system, our current technology won't be enough. The first logical destination is much closer: Mars. Unlike any other planet, Mars offers resources that could one day support permanent settlements. Water ice exists beneath its surface. Its day is remarkably similar to Earth's, and future technologies may allow humans to produce oxygen, fuel, and building materials using local resources. For many scientists and engineers, Mars isn't just another mission. It's humanity's first serious attempt to become a multi-planet species. But even if successful, Mars remains only one tiny world orbiting our own sun. The greatest challenges begin after we leave the solar system entirely. 2. The journey to other stars is harder than most people realize. Science fiction often makes interstellar travel look easy. A spaceship activates its engines, jumps to another star, and arrives within hours or days. Reality is very different. Nothing with mass can travel faster than the speed of light, according to everything modern physics currently understands. That single rule creates one of the greatest barriers humanity has ever faced. Even if we could build a spacecraft traveling at 10% of light speed far beyond anything we've ever achieved, the journey to Proxima Centauri would still take more than 40 years. That's just the nearest star. Many potentially habitable planets lie dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of light years away. Conventional rockets simply aren't capable of such journeys. Because of this, scientists have proposed extraordinary ideas. Some envision laser-powered light sails that could accelerate tiny spacecraft to incredible speeds. Others explore nuclear fusion engines, antimatter propulsion, or concepts like generation ships, massive self-sustaining habitats where multiple generations would live and die before reaching another star. Each idea offers possibilities. Each also comes with enormous engineering challenges that humanity has yet to solve. Then there's another obstacle few people consider: space itself. Between stars lies an almost perfect vacuum, but not a completely empty one. Tiny particles of gas and dust become dangerous at extreme speeds, capable of damaging spacecraft over decades of travel. Cosmic radiation presents another serious threat, gradually affecting both electronics and human biology. The farther humanity travels from Earth, the less rescue becomes possible. Every colony would need to survive almost entirely on its own. And even if we eventually master all of those problems, one final challenge remains, a challenge so vast that it could determine the ultimate boundary of human civilization. Could humanity ever colonize the Milky Way? Despite the enormous distances between stars, many scientists believe spreading across the galaxy may not be impossible. It would simply require patience on a scale unlike anything humanity has ever experienced. Imagine a future civilization establishing a colony around a nearby star. After becoming self-sufficient, that colony builds its own spacecraft and sends explorers to another neighboring system. Those new colonies repeat the process, expanding outward like ripples across a pond. Each journey might take centuries, but the civilization itself would continue growing. Computer simulations suggest that even if colony ships traveled at only a small fraction of the speed of light and paused for hundreds of years between settlements, humanity could theoretically spread across the entire Milky Way within tens of millions of years. That sounds impossibly long. Yet compared to the galaxy's age of more than 13 billion years, it's remarkably short. This idea raises another fascinating question. If galactic colonization is possible, why haven't we seen evidence of anyone else doing it? This mystery is known as the Fermi Paradox. The universe contains billions of stars older than our sun, many almost certainly host planets. If intelligent civilizations have existed for millions of years before humanity, some scientists argue they should already have spread throughout large portions of the galaxy. Yet the universe appears strangely silent. Perhaps advanced civilizations destroy themselves before reaching the stars. Perhaps interstellar travel is far more difficult than we imagine. Or perhaps they're simply too distant for us to notice. For now, no one knows the answer. But one thing is clear. If humanity succeeds where others may have failed, we could become one of the first civilizations to slowly transform an entire galaxy into a network of interconnected worlds. 4. The universe may have a final boundary even if humanity one day masters interstellar travel. Another obstacle remains, one that no technology may ever overcome. The universe itself is expanding. Galaxies aren't simply moving through space. Space itself is stretching. As a result, distant galaxies are slowly drifting away from us. Some are receding so rapidly that their light will never reach Earth again. Over unimaginable spans of time, more and more of the observable universe will disappear beyond what astronomers call the cosmic horizon. Those galaxies won't be destroyed. They'll simply become forever unreachable. This means there may be a fundamental limit to how much of the universe any civilization can ever explore, no matter how advanced it becomes. In other words, the greatest barrier may not be our technology. It may be the nature of the universe itself. Yet even within those limits, the opportunities remain staggering. Our own galaxy alone contains hundreds of billions of stars. Around many of them orbit planets, moons, asteroids, and resources capable of supporting future civilizations for billions of years. Humanity's future among the stars won't be determined by courage alone. It will depend on science, innovation, and our ability to solve challenges unlike any we've faced before. The universe may place limits on how far we can travel, but history has shown that every generation pushes beyond what the previous one believed was possible. Whether our descendants settle nearby planets or one day build civilizations around distant stars, the dream of exploring the cosmos is no longer just science fiction. It's becoming humanity's greatest long-term mission.